So you want to start, or maybe you already operate, a charitable nonprofit. What's your purpose? Or more specifically, what's your purpose category? Today we're going to dive into one of the most important and broadest IRS charitable purpose categories for 501c3 organizations, charitable. This is the catch-all category that covers a ton of great causes. So if you got a nonprofit idea but aren't sure where it fits, there's a good chance it falls right here. Stick around after the intro and we'll go through what qualifies, what kinds of activities are covered, and even what doesn't quite fit under this big umbrella. Let's get into it. Hi, this is Greg McRae, founder and CEO of Foundation Group, and welcome back to our 501c3 University channel, where we strive to make nonprofit issues understandable. If you like this video, please make sure and click the like button, as it helps get our content out more widely. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do that so that you know when we drop new content. So what exactly does the IRS mean by charitable? Well, this is the most flexible of all 501c3 categories, and it includes activities that aim to provide relief to the poor, distressed, or underprivileged. It also covers efforts to combat community deterioration, lessen burdens of government, promote social welfare, and advance public health. Essentially, it's designed to help nonprofits that work to improve society in meaningful ways, but don't necessarily fit neatly into one of the more specific categories like education or scientific research that we've covered in our other purpose videos. We'll link those below, so check them all out. Now let's talk about the kinds of organizations that typically qualify under the charitable purpose. There's a pretty wide range, but here are four of the most common examples. Number one, homeless shelters. Organizations that provide shelter, food, and resources for people experiencing homelessness fall squarely into this category. Number two, food banks and hunger relief programs. Nonprofits that feed the poor, whether through food distribution centers or meal services, are also covered. Number three, disaster relief organizations. When disaster strikes, organizations that step in to provide relief, such as emergency supplies, shelter, or recovery assistance, fit right under this charitable umbrella. Interesting side note on disaster relief charities, these are one of only two types of nonprofits that can request expedited review of their 501c3 applications when they get started, particularly if they're forming to address an immediate need. And number four, public health organizations, nonprofits that work to improve health on a broad scale, like those promoting disease prevention, vaccine programs, or mental health services, often qualify as charitable. There are so many more examples that we could name. The key here is that these organizations are focused on alleviating human suffering or helping people in need. Now let's take a look at some of the specific activities that fit under the generally charitable purpose for 501c3 status. Number one, relief for the poor and underprivileged. This is the bread and butter of charitable organizations. If your nonprofit provides direct support to individuals in need, like giving clothing to the homeless, offering financial assistance to families in crisis, maybe running a soup kitchen, you're right in line with this purpose. Number two, combating community deterioration. This includes activities that revitalize struggling communities, such as rebuilding efforts in neglected neighborhoods, creating affordable housing, or starting programs to reduce crime. Number three, lessening burden of government. If your nonprofit is doing work that a government agency would typically be responsible for, like running a public health clinic or providing educational outreach to at-risk populations, you may qualify. Essentially, you're helping the government meet its obligations to serve the public. An important side note on this one is that this only counts if the activity the nonprofit is taking over is being done under contract with the government agency that's otherwise responsible for it. For example, if a charity decides to clean up city parks, that is great, but that's not lessening burden of government unless the city turns over responsibility in writing to that charity. And number four, promoting public health and safety. Nonprofits that offer free or reduced medical services, mental health support, or substance abuse counseling are typically seen as advancing public welfare and can easily qualify under this IRS purpose. As broad as this charitable purpose is, not everything fits. So let's talk about a few types of organizations that might seem like they should qualify but actually don't under this specific IRS category. Number one, political organizations. Now, this is a big one, especially at times like right now. We're shooting this video in the middle of the 2024 presidential campaign. Even if your nonprofit is focused on social welfare, if your nonprofit is primarily involved in political campaigning or lobbying for legislation, it does not fit under the charitable purpose. There are very strict IRS rules about political activities for 501c3 organizations. See our video on that topic linked in the description below. Number 2, for-profit ventures disguised as charity. If your nonprofit is just running a cover for a business or making money, it's not going to qualify. Your organization needs to be operated for exclusively charitable purposes and not for private benefit. Trust me when I say this one is rampant. We get pitched ideas weekly by potential clients who really have a plan for a business, not a nonprofit. Number 3, exclusive social clubs. While promoting social interaction and community can be beneficial, clubs or organizations that limit membership and don't serve a broad public interest won't fit under the charitable purpose. For example, private country clubs or exclusive hobby groups won't qualify for 501c3, though they might under 501c7. And number 4, primarily religious activities. Even though churches and religious organizations often qualify for 501c3 status, if your nonprofit is focused primarily on advancing religious beliefs without a clear charitable component, it might not fall under the charitable category. Religious activities have their own separate IRS classification. We could list 400 more possibilities here, but I think you get the gist. The charitable purpose is a big one and covers a wide variety of important causes, from helping those in need to revitalizing communities and promoting public health. If your nonprofit is focused on making a positive difference in society, there's a good chance you'll find a home under this purpose. If you're looking to start any kind of nonprofit, reach out to us. We can help. Have any questions? Drop them in the comments below and we'll be happy to chat with you. Until next time, thanks for watching. Now go serve your community.